Welcome to Power Up Memphis. I'm your host, Gail Jones Carson, the Vice President of Community and External Affairs for Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. The aim of Power Up Memphis is to take you, our customers, on an inside tour of Memphis Light, Gas, and Water to share our programs and operations with you, our customers. And by doing so, we can all better understand how we function as your utility provider. Today, my guests are Sherry Thompson. She's the Deputy Administrator for the Community Services Agency, CSA, and Donna Gray, who is the Program Manager. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so we're going to be discussing the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, which is referred to as LIHEAP, and it's a utility assistance program for CSA. So how long have you all been doing? Well, first of all, LIHEAP is federal dollars, right?
Yes, federal dollars that are passed down to the state, then to agencies such as ours.
Okay, and I know in some other states it doesn't necessarily go to the county; it may go to another nonprofit or something.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, but the CSA has it in Shelby County, so that's good. So how long have you all been receiving these dollars in Shelby County?
Oh gosh, I don't know, for like maybe 20,
At least.
Yeah, at least about 20 years or so.
About 20 years or so?
Yes.
So normally, how many customers benefit from this program?
On average, between maybe 20 to 30,000 a year.
A year?
A year.
Wow,
we've
that's
even
a
had
lot.
upwards of close to 40,000 people a year that have received services from us.
Wow. So can customers receive assistance more than once a year? Or, well, let me ask you, on your year, is your year a calendar year or a fiscal year?
It's a fiscal year.
And so it goes from July to June?
It did. We've just recently had a structure change at the state level. So now we're on the federal fiscal year, which is October 1st through September 30th of each year.
October, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, so right now we're going from October 2018 to September 2019. That's the year that we are dealing with the new dollars.
Yes.
And how many dollars did you receive for 2018-19?
A total of 21,000. Actually, excuse me, over $21 million.
$21 million.
Yes. I
That's
think
a
the exact
lot.
number is $21,699,721 to be
Okay,
exact.
but normally you get, what, like 9 or 10 million?
It usually be about 10 or 11
10 or
million.
11
Yes.
million is what we know. So why did we get so much this time?
So not to take over, I'll let Donna go ahead and speak.
Well, due to the rate of poverty in Shelby County, that's how the funding is allocated. And so because we have a higher incidence of poverty here in Shelby County, we were allocated additional funding.
And the other side of that, too, is when they transitioned, because before we talked about we were on a July 1st to June fiscal year.
Okay.
So when the state transitioned to a federal fiscal year, they had additional dollars, and they pushed those out to the agencies such as ours, and that's how the additional money came
So you
as well.
basically had monies from another fiscal year once they made the change over to the new fiscal year.
They rolled it in, yes.
So after September 2019, you will get new dollars, but it may not be 21 million.
It will, more than likely will not be. It'll be less. It'll be more average of 10 to 11 million, which is what we normally get.
And with 10 to 11 million, you normally serve 30 to 40,000.
Somewhere around about 30,000
Yes.
or so, yes.
So, okay, with this fiscal year starting last October, and then you had some monies from a previous fiscal year, will customers be able to be served more than once in this fiscal year?
Yes. So we explained to people, if you hadn't received assistance from us since January of this year, then you're eligible to apply again. So although you may have applied last year between July and December, starting January 1st of this year, they were able to come back through the program once again.
Okay, so thus far, how many customers have you served since last October?
About 15,000?
15,000?
Yes.
So you need...
We need more people. We do.
So why are people taking longer? Why are less people applying? Or what's going on? I mean, you usually serve 30 to 40,000, and we only have, like, this is July, September. We only got 2 more months.
Right.
So why is it taking longer for people to apply or be served this time?
Well, I think one of the things is maybe the word isn't out that you can come back through the program again. And so that's one of the reasons why we're doing this show and some of the other media outlets, to try to ensure that people are aware of the fact that there are funds available to them that, again, they can apply for that maybe they applied for last year. Because typically people get the routine of it's once a program year. So they applied last year, they think they don't have an opportunity to come back through until maybe July or so of this year. But in actuality, we're trying to encourage people to go ahead and apply again because they can.
Well, since this is July and people think they normally apply in July, hopefully the numbers will pick up this month.
We hope to see an increase, definitely.
Yes.
And again, we're going to do as much as we can media-wise to make sure people are aware.
Right. And we're also participating in a lot of outreach in the community. We're out at the community centers, we're out at churches, we're out at the schools, we're out at the health fairs, just, providing information, helping applicants fill out applications. So we're just trying to be more accessible and letting the public know that we're here and we have ample funding available.
But this time, okay, so you have now from July to September, which is a couple of months. Then in October, you have some new dollars.
Yes.
So the goal is, one of the goals is to make sure the public knows that the year has changed. Actually, they can apply now through September if they're eligible, and then apply again in October, through the next September.
Yes.
Correct.
So hopefully we'll be able to, there's a lot of need in Shelby County. People need assistance paying the utility bills. How do customers apply?
So there are a couple of different ways. They can actually mail an application in. You can go to the Shelby County government website, which is shelbycountytn.gov/utility, and it takes them directly to the page where they can determine if they are eligible based on the information that's there, and then also pull up an application, complete that, and mail it in. Or they can call our hotline on Mondays beginning at 8 o'clock. The number is 901-222-4299, and receive an appointment and then come in to have services rendered at that time.
So they actually can come in, but they must have an appointment?
Yes.
Okay, because I remember y'all used to have lines like wrapped around the corner.
and that was somewhat of a security problem. And that was, again, before my time, but just the stories I've heard, it was pretty risky to do that. So we're really just trying to make sure that people are safe, the staff is safe, because that's very important.
Well, I think that's reasonable. They can go online. If they don't want to go online, they call and you give them an appointment. And that way they don't have to stand in line. They know when they will be served.
Absolutely.
Right.
So that's providing probably better service for them.
Absolutely.
For customers. So what is the income range and what are the requirements for receiving these dollars?
Okay. So to qualify, this is an income-based program. So that's first and foremost. So to qualify, an individual their income must fall within the lower income bracket. Okay, so to qualify, they must have a current utility bill.
Okay.
Their income must fall within the income bracket, and they must be a citizen or resident of Shelby County. So anyone whose income is in the lower income bracket, they can qualify.
But how do they know what the lower income bracket is? What is that?
So on our website, we have the federal guidelines listed. So it's based on the household size. So for instance, for a household size of 1, the income must be below 1562. For the household size of 2, the income must be below 2114. So you can go to our website, you can see the income guidelines to make sure that you fall below the federal poverty guideline.
So do you all mail that information out to customers who may need it, for those who don't have access to the internet?
Right. If someone calls our office and requests an application to be mailed out to them, we would definitely do that. With all the information that they need to complete the application and also identification of what those documents for support are, so that they can all mail that back in to us and get the application processed timely.
Okay, is there an age limit or?
No. I mean, you have to be an adult pretty much. So, because if you are a head of household and you're 18 years old, you're eligible if you meet the income guidelines.
Okay. So, a lot of times, well, there are some programs that I work with, utility assistance program, and one of the concerns of some of the administrators is that the same people apply over and over again. Is that a concern, or is it just that those people are just in need?
We don't discriminate based on that. It is not. We don't look at it as if that's our responsibility to determine whether or not, if you've come through before, okay, fine. If you're eligible, then you're eligible. So we don't really get into that with people as far as when you came through last year, so why are you coming back through again? That's not our purpose.
Well, that's good. Okay.
So it's just, again, if the need is there, you apply, and you are eligible, we're going to serve you.
Okay, so what are some basic tips that you would like to share with our viewers who also may be customers are eligible for this program?
Well, one, I would like to say that, number one, you do not have to have a cutoff notice to apply for assistance.
Okay.
As long as you have a current utility bill.
And meet the federal poverty guidelines.
Absolutely, meet the income, your income-based program. So then you can qualify for that assistance. So the key thing is you do not have to have a cutoff notice, and that we do have ample funds available.
Okay, so what is the dollar range that we're talking about for customers to receive?
So between $175 to $650. On average, most households receive about $500.
Okay, and how is that determined?
Again, so there's a formula. It's based, again, like she said, on your household size, your income, and then the utility burden. And so we put the formula into the system calculates and tells us, based on that information, how much people are eligible for.
Okay, is there anything else that the customer needs to know for just their knowledge, for making it easier for them to get the dollars, for?
Well, it's just basically just some pertinent documentation that they would need. They would need like a valid ID. They would need the Social Security cards for their household.
Okay.
They would need a copy of their current utility bill and proof of income. And
so
those are basically just the pertinent
They do not
documents.
need do not have to have a disconnect notice.
Do not have to have a disconnect notice.
So this is just federal dollars made available through the state that comes down through the county, that's made available to customers who meet the federal poverty guidelines.
Yes.
Based on household and all of that.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, I greatly appreciate this information that you all are sharing with us. It's so much needed, and Memphis Light Gas and Water is going to do everything that we can to help share this information about these dollars that need to be spent and the deadline for the dollars that need to be spent, and also new dollars that will be available come October.
Come October, yes.
So, but what happens if by September 30th all of these dollars are not spent? What happens to those dollars?
We don't want to think about that. No.
Well, actually, I mean, but you know, really,
Yes.
there is so much need in
Yes.
Memphis and Shelby County that we really should. This money should go. It should go. I mean, we have a lot of need, and the poverty level that is here, we have enough folks in that range that can apply or who are eligible for the program. So hopefully we can get these dollars spent by the end of September, and we don't even have to think about what happens if there's anything left over. Have you ever had any left over before, other than when the fiscal year changed, and that wasn't due to?
No, nothing that we had any connection to. I don't think we've really we've been able to expend all. I mean, again, this is the most we've received probably ever. And so it's been a lot to try to process and try to get through. But we want to get the funds out. We want to serve the public because we know the need is there. So we just need people to come in. And the other number I want to provide, too, because you mentioned people needing an application mailed to them.
Okay.
That number is 901-222-4270, and they can call that number Monday through Friday and request that an application is sent out. But for the appointment hotline is 901-222-4299. And they need to call on Monday morning starting at 8 o'clock for the appointment.
Okay, and what's the website again?
www.shelbycounty.tn.gov/utility.
Okay, all right. I think that will do it. I appreciate you all coming on and sharing this information, and it's already done. The money's going to be spent.
So, and we were looking forward to help from MLGW too, right?
We are going to, believe me, we're going to help get the word out. Our team of communicators is going to work with you all on that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Power Up Memphis. I'm Gail Jones Carson, Vice President of Community and Economic Development for Memphis Light Gas and Water. My guest this segment is David Wright,
Yes.
who is an energy technician for Memphis Light Gas and Water and Energy Services area. So, David, we're going to talk about the Share the Pennies home repair weatherization program that Memphis Light Gas Water has. How old is this program?
This program got kicked off last year of 2018, so fairly more than a year right now.
Okay, and so could you explain exactly what Share the Pennies is? Basically, it's an opt-out program.
Yes, it is.
So everybody, say my bill is $19.50. So the extra 50-cent rolls, I'll end up paying $20, and that 50 cent goes
Exactly.
to the Share the Pennies programs, which helps customers who are in need to weatherize their homes.
Yes.
So we kicked it off in January of 2018.
Yes.
So do you know how much money we've collected since that time?
Well, the collection, I don't know exactly, right, but I can tell you what we have spent since that time.
Okay, so since January 2018,
Yes.
we began rolling the program out. How many customers have we served, and how much have we spent?
We have spent right at $1.8 million. We have helped so far over 230 customers.
Wow.
Yes, 230 customers.
So do we have a backlog of customers waiting?
Yeah, we do, and also too, we're also meeting the ones that we have up front first. We do have a backlog of customers coming in. Exactly how many, I can't say exactly how many, but we do.
Well, how often do we have open enrollment? It is open enrollment, right?
Yes, yes. Open enrollment thus far has been like, we try to do it like every 3 to 5 months, have open enrollment.
So I know we just reached the 200 home mark. You know, we're more than that now. So could you tell me, how do customers participate in the program?
Okay.
And how are they selected?
Okay. Well, the customers actually go through MIFA. MIFA does the intake processing of our customers. They actually go online, and so that's how they apply. And so MIFA processes all the intake of the application, and once MIFA has taken the intake of application, they send them over to us. Now, to qualify...
So MIFA makes the selections, not Memphis Light, Gas, and Water.
Exactly.
Okay.
Based on the criteria that's out there. You must be a senior, 60 years or older. You must own your own home or be buying your own home. You must be the customer registered with MLGW. Your taxes must be up to par.
Your
also,
taxes? They look at your taxes also?
Oh, yes. Yes. That must be...
So they just have to have proof that their taxes are paid, documentation?
Yes. Must have...
When you say taxes, does it mean like home ownership taxes or your IRS taxes?
No, your home taxes.
Your home taxes.
Property taxes, what I'm trying to say.
Property taxes.
Property taxes, right. And also there must not be any diversions also on your account.
And what's a diversion?
That's mean step for services.
Step for services?
Yes.
Okay, so you cannot have on record that services have been used at the residence without payment?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So let's go into what is actually covered when you weatherize a home.
Now, what a technician does today, we go out, we do a survey, and what we're looking at is what you call the envelope of the home, how well sealed that home is. We're looking at the windows, doors, attic insulation, attic stairs, water heater, the heating and cooling system, water leaks, anything that directly affects that customer utility bill. Now, a lot of customers think that we do cosmetics. We don't do cosmetics. For instance, the house might need painting, something of that nature. We don't do that. We basically trying to cover the envelope of the home. That's the concealment of the home. And then we work from there as far as like heating and cooling is concerned, because you don't want to go to a home and replace the heating and cooling system and they have infiltration, outside air coming to the home that's disturbing the efficiency of the unit you may have, heating or cooling unit. So we try to cover the envelope of the home first, seal the home up. And also...
So when you say seal the home up, do we seal the home up with weatherization?
Well, what I mean by sealing the home is that if you have damaged windows or doors of that nature, when you heat that house up or cool that house down, either or, when you heat a house up, the air expands, it's trying to get out. So hot air is trying to move toward cold air. And so what that does, that causes a draft, be it around the windows or doors, attic stairs that's damaged or anything of that nature, holes in the walls or whatever, it's going to allow the air to be poured in. So then that's compromising your heating and cooling unit. If it be a window unit or a central unit, it don't matter. It compromises that. So you want to seal the home up first. If that problem be damaged doors, damaged windows, holes in the structure of the home, I've seen homes where you have from damaged roofs, and the water leaks into the house and damage the ceilings. So that means that you got a house that's right now, if it's hot outside, that means that hot air is coming into the house from the damaged roof because the attic is heating up. So we try to take care of any structural damage first. You know?
So we will take care of the structural damage, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water?
When I say structural damage to this nature, yes, ma'am, we will. We don't, per se, Light, Gas, and Water do any of the work. This work is contracted out through contractors.
Okay.
That work with our program.
So we will say if a person has a hole in their roof, the weatherization program will cover the cost of getting that repaired.
Now,
Through a contractor. Do we do that?
Now, per se, not the roof, but the ceiling.
The ceiling, which is on the inside.
Yes.
So you're only dealing with everything that's on the inside of the home.
Yes.
Nothing on the exterior. But say, for example, like you said, windows.
If exterior damage is compromising the envelope of the home, we do.
Okay, and what's an example of that? Give me an example of that.
For instance, if the floor is really considered exterior because yes, ma'am. Let's just say that
the floor.
Let's just say that if you're on a raised foundation,
okay,
which I've had maybe a couple of customers already, where the floor the joists had gave way due to a sewage problem, causing the joists to rot out underneath the house. So then the floor gave in, or was given in, bad enough where it was pulling the walls apart. So, in other words, you had air infiltrate into the house underneath the floor. And at the same time, the floor was about to give away altogether. So we went in there, right, with contractors. They went in there, they first fixed the plumbing issue underneath the house, which was causing the problem. The soil to erode away. So they had to fix the
So our weatherization program covered that plumbing under the house that called the sinking in.
Yes, it did. And so once we fixed the plumbing problem, we came back. Then we fixed the damaged joist underneath the house that was causing the floors to give way. And so it was causing a structural problem to the house. The walls was pulling apart from the floor. And so that was causing air infiltration or exfiltration coming in or going out.
So actually, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water's Share the Pennies programs covers a whole lot.
Yes.
That all this structural damage that you talk about to a home causes higher than normal utility costs.
Yes, because
so the weatherization hopefully will, and when everything's corrected, their utility costs, their utility consumption should be less.
Yes.
Which means a lower utility bill.
Yes, and also not just a lower utility bill, but a person's comfort level goes up because you live in a house that's cold in the winter, hot in the summer, and so that can be pretty rough on the customer. And from what I have seen thus far with this program, it has helped a great deal of people. I mean, it really has made a great impact on the customer that I've seen served through this program.
And so, how many customers' homes do we do per year? How many can we do per year? Per year,
we're starting to rev things up. We have streamlined some things. Right now, Gail, we're averaging about 25, 30 a month.
Okay.
So that's really moving. We have really streamlined some things that allowed us to be able to move quicker.
So by us working on these homes with this Share the Pennies money, it is really leading to weatherizing, better weatherization of the customer's home.
Yes. Now, I don't want to leave out TVA. TVA, excuse me, when the program jumped off back in January of 2018, TVA came in and they put $1 million into the pot also with us, and that was a great help.
Yeah, so they did like $500,000 one year and then $500,000 the second year.
And so that was a big help.
$500,000.
Yeah.
Totaling $1 million.
Totaling $1 million, right. And that was a great help to get the program going and helping out our customers in the Memphis, Shelby County area.
So I'm just amazed that all of the work that you actually do. So it's more than just caulking and weather stripping and putting insulation in the attic. It's way far more than that.
Far more than that, Gil. I mean, I've had customers tell me that since my insulation got put in, my windows got put in, my house is quieter, more comfortable, things of that nature. And it just makes me feel good when I can go into somebody's home and leave them better off than what they were when I first went there. And not just myself, but all the technicians. We get a thrill out of it.
That is awesome. That is absolutely amazing because there's so much need in
Oh,
Shelby
yes.
County. We have a high poverty rate, but this program is really going to the root of many folks' problems. You
Yes.
got to fix that home. You got to weatherize it.
Yes.
Then they will be able to use less energy,
Yes.
and the utility consumption goes
Yes.
down, and the utility bill goes down.
Yes.
And as you say, their quality of life improves
Yes.
greatly. So if there was one thing that you could do to improve this program for our customers, what would it be?
Wow, the program is working so well. It's a jewel, and it's a blueprint for cities around the country that watch in Memphis. The one thing I would do, it's hard to pinpoint just one thing, Gail, because the program is working so good right now. If we could just do more.
If we could do more.
We can do more homes. I mean, well, we would need more technicians because that means more jobs getting done, more homes getting served. But the program just doing so well, helping people that's in need. And I can't just pinpoint just one thing that we can do other than do more
okay,
of them.
so is there before we leave, is there anything that you would like, a tip or something that you would like to leave for our customers?
Well, our customers, I would like for them to know for sure that their dollars are not being wasted. This program is pretty much becoming a self-sufficient program because continually, monthly, with the customers giving to the Share the Pennies program, it's providing revenue from our customer base and also TVA, anyone else that want to be a part of this, right? But it's allowing us to become self-sufficient to a sense. And this is something that we don't really realize how powerful this is.
Yeah.
The people helping the peoples.
I want to thank our customers who participate in our Share the Pennies program. By sharing a few pennies every month, you are helping hundreds of customers, people who are your neighbors, to weatherize their homes, to reduce their energy consumption, and ultimately to help them lower their utility costs. We thank you greatly for your participation, and thank you so much for watching Power Up Memphis. Okay, so this power moment, we're going to cover the myth that many of our customers believe that Share the Pennies and Plus One are utility assistance program. Well, the truth is, Plus One is a utility assistance that provides financial assistance to our customers who are in need and have emergency situations. Our Share the Pennies program is a home weatherization program for customers who need to desperately weatherize their homes, ultimately reducing their energy consumption and reducing their energy costs. So both are monitored by MIFA, but one is utility assistance and one is home weatherization. Thank you so very much for watching Power Up Memphis. I'm Gail Jones Carson.
You're watching the Library Channel, a broadcast service of the Memphis Public Libraries and the City of Memphis.